I'm Angel.
I'm Coco.
And this is Melanated Media, your entertainment source of all shades.
We cover everything from music, animation, social politics, films, and as well as other forms of shiz
that we love.
Yes.
Okay, so our topic today is...
Do you believe in a higher being?
Dun, dun, dun. You know what, there should be like loads of reverb. Higher being. And then the echo. Being. You know I could do that right now. Okay, this next one I'm actually going to do. Is there a higher being? Oh god. Okay, so where do we start from this? So this is...
We'll direct the questions to each other.
Okay,
so do you believe in a higher being, Angel?
Do I believe in a higher being? Ooh, it depends on what that means. What you mean by that one?
Do you believe that there is
something out there?
Yeah, something out there that is watching over us, that is basically like orchestrating our lives or whatever.
Sometimes, like, I believe in fate. Like, I believe things happen for a reason, which that could count as a higher being. I don't really class myself as religious. I'd say I'm more like atheist / agnostic, but I mean, like, you know, sometimes, you know, Christianity can be a bit cute. like, I don't know, like, I've met some nice Christians. I've met horrible Christians. Not to say that Christianity is the only religion out there that believes in a higher being. Yeah. This is just an example. But, yeah, I kind of believe in karma as well. Like, I am quite a spiritual person, but in like a quirky way. A more like crazy Catwoman kind of way, if that makes sense. Like I don't know, like collecting
crystals
and shit. Yeah, that sort of thing. Like, obviously everyone who knows me,
knows your
star sign.
Let me just tell you about this, like, small deviation. But like, when I first met Angel, I had just left my phase of zodiacs. Like, I used to be so obsessed with zodiac. Like, when I met one of my friends, the first thing I asked him was, "What sign are you?" Like, I used to be one of those people, and then like after a while, like in my during like my college time, that 1 year, I was just not feeling like signs or anything. And then I met Angel in first year, and she was all about the signs, and I was like, no one cares about this shit.
You know what's so funny? Before then, I wasn't even that into... I mean, I was into signs when I was younger. Then when I went to uni in Southampton, like, I stopped being into them. And then like after I left, then I started to get into them again. And...
So
I partly blame that on personal reasons.
Now, 1 year later, I know my...
Do you know what the reason is, right?
Natal chart.
Yeah. Do you know what the reason why I'm into them?
What? Oh, really?
Yes!
Get out. Thank you.
No, oh my god, no. Oh, but I feel like I talk about her way too much in this.
Hi, Shelby.
I'm just waiting for her to appear in the comment section being like, you guys are so obsessed with me. Why are you so obsessed with me?
Mom, I don't know. Okay. But back to the question. Like, okay, I believe, like, I'm a Christian. I believe that, you know, I believe, like, you know, in the old...
conventional way.
Yeah.
Not like my unconventional way.
Yeah, unconventional, you know, so, you know, still believe, like, you know, there's something out there. Like, I believe, like, you know, something out there that, you know, rewards us, like, at the end of everything.
So do you believe in life after death as well?
Yeah.
Do you believe in, like,
I believe in, you know, heaven, hell. One thing I'm not quite sure about is, like, purgatory. Like, I don't know about that one. But, like, I do, like, very believe in...
This may sound like a really dumb question, but what is purgatory?
It's basically like this, like, you're not in like heaven, you're not in hell. You're just like in that like weird limbo of like, I think sometimes it's like, I'm not sure.
Is
like,
it because
like,
you
about,
haven't
like,
done enough good things? Do you
or
end up in
like you have
purgatory?
like unfinished business or something? Like some people like interpret it as like when like a ghost is in purgatory, like they have to like they have like some unfinished business that they have on earth, and then they...
Oh, so that's what purgatory is.
Yeah, some people like interpret it as that. But like it's just basically the place in between heaven and hell. like the weird limbo. You're not in heaven, you're not in hell, you're not on earth.
But why would you have unfinished business? I don't understand.
Yeah.
What unfinished business?
Yeah, that's one thing about like purgatory. Like, I'm just like,
what is there? What is there that I need
is that
to
like,
do?
oh, you forgot to break up with somebody?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or like you hurt somebody and you have to like apologize and they'll make their life better or something. I don't know. But like that's kind of what it is. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But like, yeah, like that's kind of
no comments.
no
one engaged. We're just talking to ourselves here right now.
Yeah. No, but yeah, like, and I also understand why some people don't believe that, like, you know, there's no like.
Well, they believe once they believe they're just here. They don't think there's a reason why they're here. They're just here.
Yeah, like just here to like, you know, have fun, live, exist, and do what they want. Like,
let's talk about the purpose of life. Like after this,
well, yeah.
I mean, we'll get onto that. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that in a bit. Like, but yeah, like I understand why some like it's like, oh, like, you know, if there is this benevolent being out there, like why would he let all these things happen? All of this happen. Like I understand why some people like don't believe that there is like, you know, a being out there, and I respect that opinion. Like I just felt like personally believe that there is somebody out there, and like we all do have a purpose, because like it's just weird thinking,
I don't think we just suddenly appear, like everything
out of like
everything has to come from something, but then again, where has this higher being come from as well?
Yeah, like when I tried to like, you know, when I was younger, like I used to like try to think of like, where did God come from? Like, you say God has been here from the beginning of time, so I tried to think of where beginning of time is, and my brain almost explodes, kind of. But like, yeah, like it says that, you know, God has always been here for like us. That's what like we are taught as like Christians, that, you know, like in the beginning there was like nothing, and then God brought light or whatever, you know. So that's what we have been taught, like, you know, he was always here.
You know what I hope for when I die? This sounds so morbid. I want to be reincarnated into another person.
That's if your karma is good, because you could be reincarnated into like a donkey.
Or an ant.
No, actually, I don't want to be. They work too hard. I don't want to work too hard.
They work too hard just to get stamped on.
I want to be reincarnated into a cat. They know how to live.
That's true. They know how to live. But then again, I feel like if I was reincarnated into a dog, like I feel like, I don't know. That just sounds like an abusive relationship. Being reincarnated into a dog. Not to say that people abuse their dogs, but like I know how they're very loyal to their owners and stuff, and like, it's just like their masters.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a black woman. I'm not about a master servant.
You'd be a rebellious dog.
Yeah, I'll be like, you can't do shit, man.
You'll be a dog that wants to be a cat, and then you wouldn't even be home. You'll be like,
I'll just be like, you know, I'll just like, what's it called, licking myself and everything. Like they'll be like, oh, go fetch the shit. I'm like, you don't have hands, no legs, can't use them.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Go fetch, and he would just look at him and be like,
bitch,
and then you walk away.
Exactly. But like, yeah, like it's like also like very weird. Like there's some times in my life where I'm thinking like, is there like truly someone out there? But it's like a very scary thing.
Being watched over?
No, not being watched over. Like there's nobody there. Like
I think what scares me the most is if I die and it's just nothing.
Yes, that's like what scares me the most. Like I did all of this and like there is nothing at the end. Like I could have just, you know, gone to strip clubs and shit, and like, you know.
I mean, is that what you want to do?
No, but like I must have done those and still had the same result. You know.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know. Like, okay, now we're getting onto the topic of like the purpose of life, but it's a hard one because I feel like your purpose of life is to just keep learning, because that's what you continually do. You continuously learn.
Every day you learn new things and you evolve as a person, as a human being, because we can do that as human beings. We
evolve even physically.
Yeah, you know, you get some are ready sometimes, you know, sometimes my body isn't ready.
No, I mean, like, I'm talking about aging here, not like, I mean, you could take it in that sense as well, like, your weight can evolve too.
Yeah, technically, we kind of slowly evolve to die, I guess. You know? Well, like, dying every day.
But I mean, like, with me, like, I'll be happy as long as I live a life doing all the things I wanted to do on my own terms. I would hate to live a life where I did things for other people.
Yeah, like,
because that's not living my own life. That's living someone else's life.
Yeah, that's like
in my body.
That's like sort of the things that like sort of struggles I do have.
Yeah, same. I
like,
have that. That is like one of my biggest flaws.
One of my struggles I have with like my faith, where like I'm thinking like, what if at the end of this wasn't real? Like I have those thoughts, and then like this thing that I really wanted to do, I didn't do it.
Didn't do it? Or do you feel like something would be holding you back? The thing that you wanted to do? What because of your faith?
So far, my faith hasn't like held me back from like things like writing. It hasn't like held me back from that. Like, but I feel like people that like feel like their faith has like held them back. Like I feel like, how would they like be thinking like, oh, what if at the end of this, like, what if like all of this is not it's not real, like heaven and earth, like hell does not exist. Sometimes I think like, because the Bible, like it say it's like inspired by people that were inspired by God, but like I mean, it's been translated so many times.
Yeah, so obviously it's been made by other people, and people have interpreted it in many, many ways.
Yeah.
And also you have to realize we're talking about the church now, aren't we?
It happened. It was inevitable.
You have to realize, people's opinions back then, they were completely different to opinions now.
Yeah, like, so that's like something like, should I still be using laws of 2,000 years ago for 2,000
to live my life now?
It's like sometimes I think about that too. It's like every day I'm at a constant back and forth with like, but at the same time it's so scary to think that there's nobody out there like watching, that we just exist, we just pop out here and then we just go back to a void.
Yeah,
like I don't think,
like, I want to either be a ghost or reincarnated, but like I want to be a ghost and also be able to communicate to other ghosts.
Yeah, I don't want to be a lowly ghost. Like I want to like talk like, sis, in my life I was wow.
Really? And then the other person was just... No, actually, I don't want to say this.
I was a business, bitch.
I was a stripper, girl.
They were popping. You pop pills.
Do you pop pills? You pop pills. No money.
Don't pop pills, okay?
No. What did they do? What did they do? The cash.
They spray money.
They made it rain. And that was my life.
But like, yeah, it's just like a very, like, I think it's so very scary. Like I don't know how, like, maybe like people that, like, I don't know how people that atheists like think that people that also like atheists are not spiritual. Like I don't know how, like I don't think I'd be able to like live like a conscious life if I thought that nobody was out there.
The thing is, I know it's about atheists, a lot of them are very scientific, because I used to be a Christian. I think that's a lot to do with family, and then I was like, I really hated going to church. I hated it so much. So then I became an atheist. Dude, I became an atheist because I hated church so much, and I just thought it was bullshit. I had to follow this book. And
no, but that's okay. That's your opinion, though.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, and then afterwards, I just came after that phase. I just became a bit more open to other people's views, and I was just like, it's okay that other people think this way, and like, it's cool,
Like, I guess to like other people, we sound crazy. Like, we believe in this like man in the sky that will judge us at the end of the day. Like, we sound like lunatics.
Because the thing is, like, what I didn't like about being Christian is like, someone is dictating my life. I know it sounds really hypocritical because I literally just said that I believe in like fate and shit like that, but I didn't like how I'm only supposed to do this and that, and like all these things are wrong.
Yeah,
that's what I didn't like. But I mean, obviously, like, I know now, like, not all Christianity is literally that. Like, it's much more broad.
Yeah,
not that I identify as a Christian now, but like, I understand.
Separate like God from the church, because to be honest, the church has become quite corrupt in some senses. Yes, I may be cancelled for this, but it is what it is. Like, there are some churches where they are selling in church. There are some churches where they tell their rich members what they want to hear, so that they're like, oh, you make money tomorrow, blah blah blah. Not that it's harder for a rich man to get into heaven than what's it called? a camel through a needle hole.
Well, there's some priests that put electric buzzers in their hands
to make their followers go down during deliverance. Like, yeah, some churches where like priests will kiss women to cast out demons.
There's some churches that rape children.
There's some churches that priests will kick pregnant women's belly.
That is fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, all those things are fucked up.
Yeah, but like, this is like basically like the church these days is sometimes it's a bit.
I don't even know if it's these days. I'm sure it's definitely a thing that's has been there forever.
I think because the internet's here, we now
it's more
see
exposed.
it.
Like we know we can see more things now more clearly than like I don't know when the internet wasn't there because you only saw things that you'd experienced in real life.
Yeah, like it's like I understand like why some people would be like skeptical and look at us like, oh my gosh, look at how many people have died from like Christianity. Like we base laws of Christianity.
Yeah,
because like that's where like the anti-abortion law, the when like that's what people used to justify slavery with. People
they did
justify not mixing basically with
not and they used to they still justify homophobia.
Yeah, which is another different topic.
I love that. That's basically our catchphrase. It's another different topic.
Another day, but like, yeah, like I don't want to live in a world where nobody is like, there's like no like spiritual being like that's like in charge that will like reward you at the end. Like I don't want to believe that when I die, after all the shit I've been through on this course, okay?
after we got through the BAMJ course,
I'm just gonna go into, because I've heard stories of like near-death experiences where like they almost died and they were just like in a void, and that scares
that's scary.
That scares me.
I don't not want to experience that at all.
I don't want
just
to.
Blank,
like just blank. Like I want to have meaning at the end of all of this.
Like I said, I want to be a ghost or reincarnated and have ghost friends.
Like I want to be reincarnated,
and I'm reincarnated into another human as a baby. And then start again. But then again, what if I end up with a shit family?
Yeah.
I think, fuck,
you know, I want to be reincarnated into like a bird.
What if someone shoots you?
An eagle. You fly so high, no one's going to see you.
Oh, no, I want to be reincarnated.
But I don't want to be a bald eagle. I like hair.
Okay, what about a cat?
That was studying back.
No, I want to be reincarnated into a cheetah. No one's going to fuck with me.
No, but they're like almost extinct though. They're like on the decline.
Oh,
so people are fucking them too.
What?
Not in that way.
What?
Angel demarcation.
No, I'm not even going to cut that out because that's funny.
But like, people are like, like these animals that you think are so dangerous, they're like falling by the wayside. So
and it's
very
really
quickly.
sad, yeah.
That's another different topic.
Yeah. Dangerous species. What podcast are we now? I don't even know.
We talk
about deep shit.
Yeah.
This is the deep
we talk
shit.
about anything you want to. From little things like things we ate in anime and deep things like what purpose is there in life.
Yeah.
Look at that spectrum.
And what
we are so broad.
Exactly. And what would we be like if we're ghosts? Oh, that'd be cool though.
That would be so. I feel like we for ghosts we should find each other. We'd be like,
yes,
we're taking the world. Like, the best thing about being a ghost to me, I know like this is like so, but like the best thing about being a ghost to me would be like not having to like go on a plane.
Yeah, you think? Well,
because
you just fly over?
Yes, because I'm so scared of like dying. Like that's my biggest fear of like crashing and dying. Like every single time I'm on a plane,
that'll be the worst thing. I think
because like I feel like there is like when you're in a car, you're on land. There's like a certain amount of control you have, but like when you're in the air, if you're falling, there's no chance of you surviving.
No, I think with me, it's that or drowning. I wouldn't, or burning alive. Those are like the three things I would hate to die in that way.
I would hate to die in that way because there was no way I could have like, like I can't. No.
But the thing is, I would hate to die and then just be waiting for people.
Yeah.
I'll die already.
Exactly. Like be like, bitch, can you die and meet me?
Yeah, exactly. I'm bored. I don't like these basic ass ghosts.
Exactly. Like, oh my gosh, all they do here is like laugh and laugh, and I'm like, they all have like people. Like, I don't have anybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so lonely. Hashtag.
Hashtag forever.
Single life.
Hashtag forever alone.
Forever no.
And the Twitter's crap in ghost
hashtag
world.
even alone in the afterlife. Like, no, like that's no. I wouldn't want to like be in heaven without the people. Like, I feel like for me, home is like my family. Like,
Yeah.
Anywhere that has my family,
Everyone that
I'm
has
happy.
people that care about.
Yeah, I'm happy. Like, so I feel like heaven should be the same. Like, I wouldn't want to be in heaven without the people I care about.
But I mean,
I wouldn't want to be in hell with them too. But I'd rather be in hell. I'd rather be in heaven without them than be in hell with them. I'm sorry. I don't love you like that.
oh my god. But I mean, if you had the option to be in hell and you're alone with your family, I'll be with my family in hell. Oh, that sounds horrible.
No, I'll be alone in heaven, man. I'm sorry. I'll send you like little bits of gifts in heaven.
No, but I'm saying if your only option was to be in hell on your own or to be in hell with your family.
Yeah, I will be in hell with my family.
Yeah, exactly.
But if it was hell with my family or heaven alone, heaven alone.
Oh, you selfish ass motherfucker.
I'm not selfish. Well,
I mean,
like,
everyone is, honestly.
But like, I don't want to be the eternal damnation in hell. Like, no, nobody wants to do that. Even my family wouldn't want to do that. So why would they want that for me? I wouldn't want that for them either. So like, I wouldn't.
Well, how do you think hell's like?
I feel like hell, like just
I
burning
don't
and being tortured with every single thing. Like, I can just imagine hell being fire and rats.
I don't. Oh,
fuck for you. Like for me, it would just be fire and rats.
Rats of human
or
ears.
Like be fire, rats, and airplanes.
No, what
That's anxiety central.
What if hell to you is just being on a plane crash over and over and over and over and over and over?
Jeez, oh my god.
You'd get used to it eventually, though. You'll be like, I know what happened.
I know this part. Like,
then the plane goes on fire, for fuck's sake.
It's like, really? Or like, you just get infested. Oh my god, infested. I don't want to go to hell.
Oh, no. You know what? I don't believe in that, but let's just say if someone killed someone, I don't know, maybe they get reincarnated into an ant.
And then your first moment on earth, you're like, wee! And then he gets smashed. It's like, well, then you go to Judgment Day and it's like, well, you had your chance. Like, I didn't even... Hell. Right? Or worse, like I feel like I will get so much hate for this, but like, or you get reincarnated to a sea turtle, a baby sea turtle, and then like a seagull snatches you up.
Oh.
No, that
it would make sense. and then and then Judgment Day. I mean, I didn't have much.
I didn't really do much.
Too bad. You should have killed people when you're in life.
Should have been good.
And then they get reincarnated.
I feel like I'd rather be like reincarnated over and over again than have heaven and hell.
Yeah, same.
To be honest.
Yeah. What if all the good people in our life were... Oh my god, this sounds morbid. I'm not even gonna say.
No,
you know what I'm gonna say, right?
Or what if
all the good people in our life, in their past lives, they were murdered?
Oh my god, that'd be so like sad. Like, oh my god, I feel like I almost cry. Like, oh my gosh, you were murdered in your first day. Oh my god, think about it.
And then we're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I know what it was.
What if we never know when we die? What if it's just...
That's the thing, like, people like mediums. Like, can they, like, ask them if heaven and hell is real? And is that thing actually real?
I don't believe... The thing is, I don't know if I believe in mediums and stuff like that.
Surely
Surely we'd get answers by now.
Yeah, if heaven and hell is real.
And there's also no proof that mediums are actually a thing. There's no proof that ghosts are a thing.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I
feel like that would solve so many answers.
Yeah, like, I mean, I've seen things in my life. Like,
yeah, I've seen stuff.
I've seen, like, you know, like, there was time when I, especially when I was a lot younger, like, I would see, like, some, like, hooded black figures, and then I'm like, oh my god, Jesus Christ, and then, like, they would disappear or something. Or, like, I've seen, like, some group shit in my life. but like, like the medium, it's very. To be able to talk to the dead, like I would like to know some things, like real.
Ask some stuff, not stuff like
all the dead people in purgatory.
Yeah, or not like who's close to you or some stupid shit like that.
No, I like to know is heaven or hell real? Is what I'm doing worth it? Like I want to know, like, because it's just too much like speculating, like doubt around.
But that is all for today,
guys. You see, guys, we can be deep. We can be, fun and everything. Yeah, that's the podcast for today.
We don't know what we're going to talk about next week. Tune in again whenever you see us on Facebook and stuff. We'll be uploading on SoundCloud and Instagram. And YouTube as well. But like that's going to come in time. We just... it's a work in progress. Yeah.
We need to get comfortable first, and then we will add other equipment stuff.
Yeah. Peace out.